Hi everybody. I didn't realize it was already going to start recording. I wasn't actually ready. I just wanted to start doing some more videos. I'm sorry that I'm behind. It's been kind of crazy around here. I'm really tired right now. I've been working really hard today, trying to get caught up on some jewelry and stuff. Anyway, I want us all to meet tonight at 8 o'clock. Right now it's probably 7:30 or something like that, something crazy. But I thought, well, I'll go ahead and get one video done now. And then I'm going to do some more videos. I'm going to do some recordings. So I'm pretty excited. I wanted to talk to you about, because I know a lot of you ladies, probably all of you ladies, already have some experience in witchcraft and Wicca. We're not young girls here learning everything for the very first time. So it's not like we really need to do, I think, the lessons, one lesson a month. Sorry, my chair's stuck. Because they recommend that you do a lesson a month, one lesson a month. I have the book here. If we were young girls just learning for the very first time, then I would recommend that we do. Of course, there are some things that we probably should take some more time with, that we might be struggling with, say, as far as visualization. I know some of you are struggling with the meditation. Some of you are struggling with seeing the shield. That took me a while. What really I had trouble with a lot was getting color in my mind. It's not that it's drastically important, but when you're trying to perform witchcraft, I'm so fidgety when I'm being filmed. I'm sorry. It's just so fidgety. I get nervous. But I'm just trying to be myself, like if I was like in front of y'all. That's how I'm trying to be. I'll even vaporize and stuff too. I quit smoking and started vaporizing, which is, I don't know if it's better or I don't know, but I quit smoking. It's been over a year. And my boyfriend bought me this big old thing. Forever knocking it all over the place. But I still get my nicotine, but I don't get the smoke that damages your lungs and all the other nasty stuff that they put in cigarettes. But I like it. It works really good. So I vape now instead of smoke. Pretty cool, huh? Look like a hippie. Anyway, we got to keep some humor in there. But back to the seriousness of it all. I've had some stuff going on. A lot of the reason why I want to really keep things serious is I know that we all have things in our lives that keep it hard on us to be positive all the time. And we have some things that come up in our lives that makes it hard sometimes to get out of bed. Between illnesses and just different things that go on in our life. People in our lives, whether it be husbands, boyfriends, friends, family members. It's really hard. There's a lot of things I want to share with you because I know I'm a jolly, happy person, and I am very happy. I'm a very happy person, but I just struggle. But I want to help you get to where I'm at right now. Now, I do have fibromyalgia. I have hepatitis C. I have lupus. I have rheumatoid arthritis. Trying to think if there's something else. Sarcoidosis. I've been diagnosed with some things that, and I live with a lot of different pain and discomfort a lot. Some days I don't really do a whole lot. There are some days where I'll just pretty much stay in bed. You'll notice that if you don't see much of me, or if I've gotten behind, with, shipping or behind with my jewelry or anything, it's usually because I'm not feeling good. But I try to keep my spirit up as much as possible, and I still do my meditations and my cleansings. And if it wasn't for my meditations and my cleansings, I'd probably went crazy. But Wicca has saved my life. The whole religion, the whole concept of it, plus learning a lot from Buddha's teachings, and it's helped me a lot. Growing up in a very abusive family, my parents, neither one were very, very good. The youngest of four girls. I had 3 older sisters. None of them very good at all. Abusive family. My mother was very verbal, emotionally abusive. My father was, he was abusive. I'll just leave it at that. I had a sexually abusive grandfather, my dad's dad. My mother obviously knew about it, but she didn't stop it. So one of my sisters was sexually abusive. Another one of my oldest sisters, my oldest was very physically and emotionally abusive. I was always considered the black sheep of the family, and because I was different and I see things differently, with the abilities that I have and such, I was on drugs, is what they said, because I believed in things and I seen things differently from everyone else. I was on drugs in their eyes. But I went through a lot of abuse, and then I got into relationships with men who were very verbal, and the verbal abuse started, and then I started getting into relationships that the verbal became worse and then became physical with the verbal. So I lived a pretty rough life, and I was in that cycle of abuse for many, many years, half of my life. I will be 47 tomorrow, on May 7th. So, over half of my life, I spent being abused. And most of it thinking that that's how life was supposed to be. Thinking that's what love was. Being with my family growing up, I really thought that's what love was. To me, I didn't know any different. And I know that probably a lot of you that have been through similar situations probably know that that's how it's supposed, that's what you think it's supposed to be like. And then in my early 20s, I was raped. I was also almost raped by someone in my family. I was sexually assaulted a few times, and my self-esteem just went to hell. It was awful. It's a little bit difficult to talk about, but not as bad as it used to be. I just wanted to let you know a little bit about my background. And it was hard for me. My family turned against me, okay? I was the victim, but my family turned against me because I confronted all of them about the abuse, but yet I was the one who was crazy, or I was the one that was on drugs, yet I just wanted to know why it happened and why it wasn't stopped. Yet I was the bad guy. I guess because I brought it up, and to this day I don't speak to my mother or my sisters, but that's okay, because I know that that I'm healthy in my mind because I know that it was wrong. It's wrong to let your child be molested. It's wrong to let your child be abused in any way, shape, or form. When your grandpa comes to visit for, say, a week or two, because that's what my grandpa used to do because he didn't have a home. He had 14 children. Okay, he lived and raised his 14 kids, including my father, in Tennessee. So after my grandmother died, I didn't even get to know her. It was before I was born. She was very young when she died. He just started traveling around and visiting all of his kids. So he would go visit for like 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks at a time with each kid. You had 14 kids, you figure, well, you've got a place to stay for a while. Well, he could, make it around to our place, and then for some reason, I got stuck sleeping with him the whole time he was at my place, at our house. And I can remember since I was about, I think it started when I was like 4 or 5 years old, until he died. And I was 11 when he died. That was the best day of my life then, when my dad told me he had some bad news and asked me to come in and I have some bad news for you. He said, your grandpa died. And I was like, he did? I was like, oh, that's too bad. I was like, yes, I mean, it was awful, and to be a child and have to live with something like that, it was awful. And I just would cry and beg my mom, please don't, I don't want to sleep with Grandpa. And I can still to this day see the look on her face and saying, you're going to sleep with your grandpa because he's only going to be here for 2 weeks. He wants you to sleep with him, and that's final. And it was awful because I had no protection. I had no, I grew up with no protection, no love, and my anxiety was through the roof. By the time I hit high school, my anxiety was so bad. I had insomnia. Oh gosh, when I hit, how old was I when I had my breakdown? I had a mini mental breakdown. I had several breakdowns, but my first, I think I was 24. And it built up because I would go to bed at night and I would try to sleep and I would just start thinking of everything that happened to me. And I couldn't handle it. And your brain can only take so much, and then finally you lose it. You can only take so much, So I had been on anxiety medication, antidepressant medication for a very long time. But when I really started learning Wicca and about the goddess, the god and goddess, and the spiritualness of everything, and I really started changing and my whole perspective, and it took me a very long time. The past 10 years, I'd say really 5 to 7 years with working on my meditation and my cleansing and my protective shield, and just really, really working on me and my higher self and learning who I am. Not what you see right here, not this body that's 40 pounds overweight, not this outer shell that you see, but my higher self, the self that's my soul, that's deep, that's inside of me, that your higher self, you're more than what you think you are. You are a higher being. And once you learn to connect with that, once you learn to find it, everything makes sense. You have peace with yourself. Things don't get to you like they used to. Little petty things. I mean, like my boyfriend can say things to me and I'm like, oh, whatever. I mean, yeah, things will still get to me. But a lot of things will roll off of me that I used to get really mad and really upset. Now I am having some problems right now with my oldest son, because he is upset with me, because over the winter I didn't want him coming out here because our road is really bad. The snow was really bad. We live on a hill, and I did not want him driving the baby out here. He was 3 months old, because the snow was really bad on our hill, and people were sliding and going in ditches. Now, granted, I'm in Kentucky on a hill. He's in Ohio. That's where I'm from. And all the roads were clear where he lives, okay? But they weren't here, and they're very dangerous. And he was going to bring the baby out, and I was going to watch him for the weekend, or for that night. And God knows I love that baby. He's my grandbaby, my first grandbaby. And I love having him over. I mean, God, who wouldn't, you know? I mean, he's adorable. He looks just like his grandma. So I was excited, but the road was bad. And our driveway was like this deep, if not deeper. I mean, because my boyfriend was in bed at the time for waiting for back surgery, and no one was able to shovel the driveway. So even if the road would have been cleared, he would have got stuck in the driveway. Well, make a long story short, I said, no, son, I don't think it's a good idea that you bring him out in this ridiculous, the road's bad. Oh, Mom, I'm a grown man, the road's clear here, it's fine, Mom. I said, the road's bad here. He said, oh, I'm on my way. And he wouldn't listen. I said, well, I don't think you should. You better not. It's not safe. Our driveway's bad. People are ending up in ditches. No. I'm on my way, Mom. I got so mad. So I go out and I take a video of the road and the driveway to show him how bad it is, because he doesn't believe me. I tried so hard to get it up on his phone. It would not load. I tried to get it up on Facebook and a personal, PM private message. It wouldn't go. I'm like, crap. So I tried. The only thing left I could do was his timeline. It went up on his timeline, naturally. Well, he got pissed. And I wasn't planning on leaving it up there. I just wanted him to see it, so he could see how bad it really was out here. So hopefully he would realize, oh God, it's not safe for me to drive him, and myself out there, because something could happen to us. Mom's right, I better not do it. Instead, he just got pissed. He deleted me, unfriended me off of Facebook, and he hasn't spoken to me since. And this was back right after Valentine's Day. So, about the week after, something like that. So, yeah. So, I haven't seen my grandbaby since then. My birthday's tomorrow. Mother's Day's coming up. So, when it's stuff like that, it's hard on me. I struggle with that. But I really, that's when I have to really get into some deep, really hard, heavy meditation and ask my guides to help me. And, but I want to help you all with the struggles, and we can all help each other with the life struggles that we go through, and teach you how to help build your shields and protect yourself against these harmful, like I said, family, unfortunately, is the ones that usually will hurt us the most out of anyone. Family, for some reason, family and friends, the people that we love, are out to hurt us probably more than anybody. But what I want to start doing now is really start getting serious with working with building up our self-esteem and getting ourselves more positive. Because once you build up your self-esteem and you build up your positivity and you really, really help to get rid of the negative energy, is when you really start to bring things to you. And when you start working with your visualization, I mean, you can close your eyes and you can visualize on things that you want. Say you want a better car, you want a better job. You can start visualizing yourself sitting in a brand new car. Maybe not even a brand new car, but just a better car. and you just can see it in your mind, you can feel it, you really focus on that, and just having a better positive attitude and higher self-esteem will bring that to you. How you feel and how you present yourself and your positive energy will help bring positive things. If you sit around moping all the time and you're like, nothing's ever going to happen and nothing good ever happens for me and I'm always this, well, that's what you're going to bring. If you're happy and you're like, I feel great, life is good, and I'm so excited about tomorrow, I'm so excited about my life, then great things are going to happen. And I know from experience, because as soon as I started changing my attitude and said, I'm done with all this negative stuff and good things are going to happen for me, I decided I'm going to start making my jewelry again, and good things are going to happen, and I'm going to have a business, and I'm going to make money. And it started happening. So it's a process that you have to work on, though. It is a process that you have to work on with yourself. You have to start healing yourself, your emotions. You got to start working on that getting rid of all that nasty negativity. You got to build your protection shield. You got to work on your positivity. You got to, it's work, but it can be done, and you can be happy. You can work on attracting all those good things that you want in your life. You know, don't let people get you down. Husbands, boyfriends, kids, neighbors, best friends. No. We're going to start working on all that. We are. Plus the lessons in our book. And then we're going to start working on doing spells and rituals. We're going to start working on tarot. But we're going to start working on ourselves first, because we need to get rid of all the negativity. We need to work on our self-esteem. We need to build up our women power. Be like, we can do this. We love ourselves, and we're going to bring good things into our life. So I'm going to leave you with that for now. There's going to be a lot more ahead of us, and I'm going to talk to you a lot more. I'm going to send you more recordings. But girls, I want you to stay positive. I want you to seriously look in the mirror and say, you are beautiful. I love you. We can do anything. You look at yourself, you say, we can do anything. You can do anything. You set your mind to it, and you can. You're beautiful. You know, it's what's in here, and, you know, it's you. Your aura will just glow as soon as you start saying, I am beautiful, and I can do this. You know, I'm not going to let so-and-so bring me down. Yeah, I've been hurt. They hurt me, but I'm not going to let them hurt me anymore, because I am a woman, and us women, we are strong. We are witches. We are tough. We can do it. We can get through this, and we will. And not only will we get through this, but we will achieve many, many things, because getting through this and healing ourselves from all the things that's happened to us that was harmful, we will be rewarded just by getting through and healing and doing good things for ourselves. Take care until the next time I talk to you guys, okay? I love you. Blessed be.